This is one of the largest reservoirs in the United States, and it's a place where you can live a life of luxury, privacy, and freedom. All it takes is a few $1 million, or the right friends. While I don't have that kind of money, we've been invited into that world for a few days to see what it's like to live on a private yacht, be chartered by boats and helicopters, and experience Lake Powell in true Adonia fashion. Come with me to see one of the most stunning lakes on the planet. All right, we are loaded up, getting ready to head to Page, Arizona, which is about an hour flight from here. We've got some potentially spicy weather in between here and there. Granted, it's just some rain. So we're going to go fly through, find some spots that aren't too wet, and then see if we can make it to Page to go and do something pretty awesome. Let's get going.
And St. George traffic, seen at 21 Whiskey, turning right crosswind, departing to the east, St. George. All right, our goal is to climb up pretty quick and get the cooler air so our engine or our oil temperatures stay happy.
Let's talk about Lake Powell and what makes it so unique. Tucked in between the borders of Utah and Arizona, Lake Powell is the second largest man-made reservoir in the USA, just behind its sister lake downstream, Lake Mead. Originally, it was Glen Canyon, a 169-mile canyon carved by the Colorado River. However, with rapid growth in the west and an increasing need for water, the canyon was flooded by the creation of the Glen Canyon Dam in 1972. This resulted in the lake we see today, named after John Wesley Powell, who led exploration of the Colorado River in 1869. The lake is capable of holding 24,322,000 acre-feet of water when it's full. Lake Powell has become a hub of water sport and outdoor recreation, attracting approximately 2 million visitors annually. The water is beautiful and warm, and it's well known for its great fishing and, of course, its houseboating. There are hundreds of houseboats on this lake, with one style of houseboat outshining the rest. But we'll talk about that in just a bit. Okay, we made it safely to Page, and we're here at the Freedom Hangar. We're going to throw the plane in. Joe should be here shortly to pick us up, and then we head out to the yacht.
What's up? How you doing? Good to see you, buddy.
This is Joe Chalklin. He owns Freedom Air, which is a charter-based service out of Reno.
Tucked in nice and safe for a couple days.
They operate the Eurocopter and multiple Epic aircraft, which is really cool because they're the first Part 135 operation allowed to charter with that airplane. He's honestly one of the nicest guys I know. He and his wife Beth invited us to spend a few days with the rest of the Freedom Air team for a much-deserved break after successfully launching this new business. But this isn't just a typical Lake Powell outing. We're gonna take things to the next level. These are Adonia yachts. They're stunning machines which, interestingly enough, are made in St. George, Utah, about 5 minutes from my house. They pretty much exclusively create houseboats for Lake Powell. After building them in St. George, they transport the pieces to Page, Arizona for final assembly and then put the yacht on the lake. There are several styles and types. Some are smaller and more intimate, while other boats boast 4 stories, including a helipad on top. There truly isn't a higher luxury on Lake Powell than these incredible machines, and we're going to stay on the lake's newest Adonia yacht, Sundance. And we made it, and I will show you the entire yacht, because it is a yacht, even if Joe tries to say it's a boat, but it's definitely a yacht. It's got 4 stories when you include the helicopter pad on top, which is ridiculous. But you know, you have real first world problems when your helicopter is just a little too big. that you need a dedicated helicopter barge to land the helicopter. So I'm gonna grab some lunch and I'll show you this whole entire incredible machine. Sundance is 105 feet long by 22 feet wide. It has beds for 20 people, 5 full bathrooms, 2 galleys, and 4 stories, which includes the helipad on top. Though they want to keep that area nice and clean, so they brought the separate heli barge instead. There's a water slide, a diving board, room for jet skis, wake boats, and paddle boards, as well as a 1,000-gallon toy tank of gas to keep all of these things fueled. They went all out with arrangements as well. Fully stocked drinks and food, staff to make us meals, and unlimited access to pretty much everything. We explored the yacht, got set up in our private room, and then decided to wander the stunning canyon as well as enjoy the water. After playing for a while, we heard a familiar rumbling in the canyon which announced the arrival of Cole in the Eurocopter. Cole flies the helicopter for Freedom Air and brought it to Lake Powell from Reno after a charter flight earlier in the day. A few other Freedom Air team members were arriving via the Epic at Page, and he made a short 12-minute hop back to the airfield to pick them up, which is wild because the boat ride took us an hour. We settled in for dinner and enjoyed taking it easy for the rest of the night. We woke up and grabbed some coffee just in time to hop in the helicopter and go on a tour of the area. To fly the helicopter, which was my first time ever flying a rotary aircraft. I was really impressed by how similar it felt to bush flying. I might have to add a helicopter license to my bucket list. Cole wouldn't let me land it though, which is fair. After we got back, it was time to get out of the heat and enjoy the wake boats. Spent 2 days here, we got to experience so much. I've only been to Lake Powell a handful of times, but it's never been like this. Honestly, I think I've ruined any future visits because this was something else. I'm extremely grateful to Joe and Beth, as well as the Freedom Air team, for letting us tag along on this adventure. And if you're looking for a premium charter experience, you should definitely reach out to Joe. We ended day 2 with a night swim and set our alarms early to get up and dodge weather on the way home. Let's rock and roll. So Joe, what's the best way for them to book a charter service with Freedom Air?
Oh, you can just give me a call at 408-644-1930 or go to our website at freedomairservices.com.
And you guys serve pretty much just the West, correct?
Yeah, Rockies to the West Coast is where our flights normally originate from, but we're happy to take you to the East Coast, wherever you'd like to go.
Okay. Mr. Worldwide over here. Nationwide, at least. The next morning, Cole flew us back to Page in the helicopter, and then it was time to hop in Whiskey Neat and beeline for St. George before the rain settled in.
so this, it's gonna take me about an hour and 10 minutes to get home. If I was flying that, what do you think? 15, 20 minutes? Not even 20.
We didn't quite avoid it completely and had to make some minor adjustments to our flight path to dodge cells. Also, the airplane definitely isn't entirely watertight, and I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. But in the end, we made it home without any complaints.
We're back, and in one of the rare southern Utah rainy days. This doesn't happen very often, but we're glad that we made it through. It was actually a really nice flight, despite the wetness, and we missed the worst of it that's coming in just a few minutes. So we're gonna get the plane put away before that shows up. Thanks so much for joining me. I had a great time, and I hope that you enjoyed coming along. Let me know what you want to see next, and I appreciate it. See you next time.